Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. We get ready to do Isaiah 4 and 1 Sunday edition. Isaiah 4 and 1 Sunday edition. This next week, we're going to do videos all 7 days. And after that, I don't know. We'll probably switch it up. We're going to do the same format or close to it. It'll be a little different. But we're going to use the same format that I have listed in the community page for the most part. But what I want to talk about on this Isaiah 4 and 1, I want to talk about dating, dinner dates in particular. I was on Mr. Keep It Simple again. Y'all already know that I don't take anybody's subscription away. And in fact, all of you other YouTubers, man, I'm going to tell you like this. I know some of y'all is trolling on fake accounts. That stuff weak. You look at my channels, you see me coming on people's stuff, saying what I got to say on my main channel, which is this channel, the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. I don't do all those little fake channels talking greasy and trolling. You weak if you do that. A to Z. I don't care who you is. If you doing that, you weak and fake. A to Z. I'm not excluding anybody. That goes for everybody on YouTube. If you coming on my videos on a fake account saying anything, slick, trolling, any of that, I want you to know that you're weak. And that's what grifters do. If you ain't, people get mad when you call them a grifter. Okay, if you're not a grifter, why would you go on somebody's account, on a fake account that they don't know it's you, saying stuff? You gotta be either an agent. I know a special agents on YouTube. This stuff ain't fair. I know the people y'all don't want to get the exposure and the influence. Y'all spend a lot of time slandering them, tapping their phone, so on and so forth. I know these things because it's been done to me. But we're going to extend this conversation about dates and dinner dates. Dates all around the board, but I want to talk a little bit more about that. Isaiah 4 and 1 says, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let us be called by your name, take away our disgrace. The disgrace is the high expectations of low class women. The main thing to make you low class is promiscuity and stuff like being a drug addict, different stuff like that. But they want to keep their standard based on how they think they look or whatever. But look what you're doing. Again, I'm going back to something I said last week. People don't marry porn stars. The only people, you said that's not true, the richest do. Hey, listen, that's one person. Smart people, well, I can't say smart because he's smart. Okay, let's say it like this. People, informed people, because you can be smart and not be informed. We see that every day. Do not marry 304s. The people who have married 304s is because they wasn't informed. But this manosphere, the red pill, it gets you informed now. So, but I'm noticing that a lot of people are resistant to the things that are going forward. Hey, do you? Me personally, I look at it like it's a lot of stuff that's helping a lot of people. The disgrace is this lofty expectation of women, and it's very disingenuous and deceptive for you to expect a dude who you ain't married to, you ain't living with, you more than likely you ain't gonna even give them none, to pay $200, $300, $600 for a date? Please. Let's get into this. Number one, me personally, I think when you deal with women, you should be dealing with them from a business perspective. Who in a business meeting that's not finalized pulls money out their pocket and gives it, large money out of their pocket and gives it to the person across the table? If it ain't something that he's trying to buy, if it ain't, and again, let's get into that. Most of the dinner dates in time past, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, it was arranged marriages. It was the madame that set one of her girls up with a guy that's finna pay for it. That kind of stuff. They turned it into, like, what they call them, foodies. No. Guys, you got to think higher of yourself, man. You got to think higher of yourself. If you're going to leave with your wallet, get the full package. I would say don't leave with your wallet. In fact, like I said on the short, if you ain't trying to get with her, I think you should have already established yourself where you done talked to her on the phone several times, y'all done text back and forth, you done FaceTime, stuff like that. But before you go on a date, it shouldn't be y'all on these dating sites and you say, hey, what are you doing Thursday? And you take her out and spend $300. Y'all see Deion Sanders? Wait, hold on. How he be with his kids when he had to spend, and I think, wasn't that Shiloh that said if he had to spend over $400 or something, then he don't go back? Look how much money Deion Sanders got. Maybe that's why he has so much money. After all, how many football players go broke? A lot of them, huh? So, you gotta watch these crazy people. I'm gonna pull out a gun and start shooting. So, why would you think that you have to do that? And I tell my sons all the time, and they got an alternative voice who doesn't agree with me in their ear as well. Yeah, I probably, he done stole that. That wants them to be the traditional gentleman with a bunch of thoughts. I worked in juvenile. I know what these girls do from a young age. I know what they do. Some of these dudes had 13-year-old girlfriends that already had babies. I'm telling you, man. Now, who will wish that on their worst enemy? A 13-year-old that already had a baby is not going to make a good mate. 9 times out of 10. Sure, 10 times out of 10. So, I would say do not go on dinner dates. And if you got multiple cars, when you finally do go on a dinner date, or let's say you just say, forget what you're talking about, no matrix, and you take her on a dinner date, okay, then at least don't take your best car. I want you guys to stop trying to impress these women. Take it from me. When you come out impressing, my first date with the missus, I had $700 in my pocket. I bought all the drinks. I paid for everything. And I did that pretty much the whole time. Here's what happens in a lot of cases. When it's time for you to need help, and you've been doing everything, people don't always help you. They don't always help you. Like if you been the breadwinner, then stuff start taking a turn for the worse. You have to quit jobs so you won't slap nobody upside the head, or this or that, and your money goes roller coasters up and down, up and down. when it's time for you to need help, a lot of the women, if you do everything, when it's time that you need help, they ain't gonna help you. They're gonna be like, well, you should have did this and that. But it's your fault. It ain't their fault. Because what you should have did, and this is what, I did a lot of praying. I did a lot of meditating on this, trying to figure out what was going on exactly. What you should have did was gave her assignments. Like, look, I'm gonna pay this, you pay this. Don't, especially with any of these women from today, going forward, do not do 100%. Do not pay for 100% of everything. It's not gonna work. And if you end up in divorce court, you're gonna end up having to pay even more money if you end up with a contested divorce. So, and it don't stop you from being in divorce court doing all that stuff. You cannot cheat. You can be the provider. You can do all of that. She still may sneak around, talk to dudes online, sneak around, talk to dudes in her neighborhood, sneak around, talk to dudes at work. You ain't gonna stop her from doing nothing by being good. These women do whatever they feel like doing. And because of that, you gotta dictate to them. You gotta put your will on them. You don't let them put their will on you. That's backwards. That's not even biblical. That's Jezebel and Ahab. That ain't Abraham and Sarah. That's Jezebel and Ahab when you let these women run stuff and dictate stuff to you. So the dinner date, here's what I would say. When you do go out, don't spend an extravagant amount. Spend an amount that's not too high where to create entitlement, and not too low where to create contempt and disrespect. I think that Cheesecake Factory was a little high, but it does depend on what you're willing to spend and what you have. Me personally, my first dinner date is not gonna be my best dinner date. Maybe down the line, we'll get better and better, but I'm not finna take nobody on no. I'm not finna spend more than $60, me personally. If I spend more than 60, trust me, we already a couple. You my concubine. And that's all I have to say about that. Take them somewhere personal, to the park, to the lake, to the movies where it's dark, and you'll see if she embraces you or not. Thanks for watching. That's all I had for now, at least. See y'all tomorrow.